If you've struggled with stress, balance, or burnout, and simply feel discouraged or even defeated, and if you're ready to move from force to flow and enjoy ultimate Zen success in your career, health, or relationships, then the Zen Success Show is for you. Your host, Carissa Sims, is an entrepreneur, corporate consultant, best-selling author, meditation teacher, and healer who has found her own Zen success. Here's your host, Carissa Sims.
Welcome to this week's episode of Zen Success. Today, I have the pleasure of speaking with Monique Jose, a trailblazer in stress relief and healing. Monique is a Houston-based businesswoman and devoted mother who's making waves in the world of holistic healing. Monique's journey began with a profound personal motivation. Witnessing her loved ones battle cancer, we'll have to talk about that, multiple loved ones, ignited a passionate quest for healing on every level, body, mind, and soul. Fueled by this drive, she embarked on a path of exploration, ultimately discovering the transformative power of energy medicine. Yay! I love energy medicine. If you can see me, I have my hands in the air. Armed with a graduate degree from the University of Houston and certifications in Discover, Healing's Emotion Code and Body Code, Monique dove into the world of holistic healing with fervor. Her dedication didn't go unnoticed. Out of 10,000 certified practitioners worldwide, Monique was selected as the winner of an international contest, earning her own publicity campaign for her outstanding reviews of the Body Code by bestselling author Dr. Bradley Nelson, who has been on my show. I'm a huge fan. I'm a fangirl. Yes. But for Monique, it's not just about accolades. It's about making a real difference. Through her work, she aims to empower leaders to shed stress and unlock their full potential, both personally and professionally. As she puts it, my passion and purpose are to help others heal most effectively and efficiently by utilizing years of research, trials, and training. Combining over 23 years of corporate experience with her expertise in energy work, Monique guides her clients towards their goals and helps them design their life of their dreams. From reducing stress and attracting abundance to healing from trauma and boosting self-confidence, Monique's holistic approach has garnered rave reviews. So if you're ready to take the first step towards a more balanced, fulfilling life, join us in welcoming Monique Jose.
Wow. What a beautiful,
here.
Thank you. Thank you for that introduction. It's so exciting. I can't wait to have this conversation with you and help your audience listeners. I'm really excited and so happy to be here.
Oh, well, we're excited to speak with you today and learn from you. And where are you connecting from today?
In Houston, Texas. That's where I am.
Okay, wonderful. And how are you doing?
Really, fantastic. Every day, setting out to learn something new and to be better and better every day. So, I have no complaints. Thank you for asking.
Oh, my pleasure. And tell me a little bit about this journey of relatives getting cancer and what made you so passionate about it.
Yes, of course. So, my mom had tongue cancer, and a few years later, my mother-in-law had endometrial cancer and brain cancer as well. So it was really, watching them and in their journeys, having this disease and also from the role of as a caretaker and helping them through this process, it was very, very challenging. And my mom is still here with us.
Yay,
But
that's
she had
amazing.
Yes, yes. But she had tongue cancer, and so she has struggles to where, she only has half of her tongue remaining. My mother-in-law did pass away, but really, experiencing cancer from my perspective and, watching my mom and my mother-in-law suffer so much, I knew that there's more that I needed to learn about healing. I've been so passionate about natural healing methods since I was very young. And I was always, learning and experimenting, trying new things. But really, watching them suffer with cancer, I was like, okay, there is still something that I need to know. There's still more that I need to learn. And so I really, I prayed. I prayed for a couple of months asking for, what is it that I need to know? What is it that I need to learn so that I don't suffer, so my family doesn't suffer from cancer the way that my mom and my mother-in-law did. And so I came across the documentary Emotion with Dr. Bradley Nelson, and that's where I found the emotion code. And that started my whole journey into the emotion code and to the body code. And I knew within moments of watching that documentary, like that's exactly what I had been praying for. And so it's just been such a phenomenal journey since discovering, the emotion code and body code and, getting my own healing sessions. And then after about a year or so, then I became certified, myself. So that's where it started. I knew there was something more that I needed to learn, and it just led me down this path. And it led me to the emotion code and body code.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm a cancer survivor. In 2020,
Okay.
I myself was diagnosed with cancer, but I was already
Okay.
doing healings for people. So I was
Okay.
already passionate about it, but I guess my soul wanted to experience it and really know that I could heal myself. So
Yeah, of
I
course.
figured
Wow.
that was my lesson. But I also have family members. My father passed away from cancer in 2017, but I will say it was not the cancer, it was the chemo treatment. He was in
Yes.
the emergency room and he was too weak, but they still kept on giving him the chemo. So
Right.
unfortunately, that's how he died. But it really gave me a good perspective and motivation to heal myself even more.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. I mean, experiencing something like that, you're just like, okay, I don't want to deal with anything like that. What can I do? And even though that you did deal, like you were able to overcome and heal that, that is so wonderful.
Yeah. And also your mom, right?
Yeah, 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 absolutely.
So,
Yeah, it's been a challenging journey, but one filled with lots of lessons. And so I am here trying to learn every day and pass it along to my clients and whoever will listen.
yeah, that's amazing. And tell me about the contests that you won from over 10,000 practitioners.
Yes, that was so fun. So, Dr. Bradley Nelson recently released the Body Code book, and so he released this contest. Whoever could promote it the most. You could win or you could add up a certain number of points. Like if you went on, Barnes and Noble or Amazon, and you promoted the book, you could earn so many points. And as soon as I heard about this contest, I was like, oh, I'm winning this. And the book is absolutely phenomenal. Both I love the audio version, and then the hard copy is just so gorgeous. I'm like, this is such a work of art. I love the book so much. So yeah, after I think we had like maybe a month or so, and I submitted all of my reviews and all the promotions I did for the book, and I won.
Oh my gosh, that's so amazing. Did you have an intention to win?
Well, I was like immediately when I heard about the contest, like, oh, like I can win this, like this, because I was so passionate about the book. It was so fantastic. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a piece of cake to promote. And so yeah, I just knew I don't know. I just knew in my heart, I was like, yeah, I'm going to win this. And then, part of that, whoever won this particular contest got to have, some PR, training and whatnot. And so I was like, yes, I would love that. It was so perfect.
Oh, that's so exciting. That was your destiny to get your name out there and to be
Mhm.
seen and heard. And here you are on my show. So
Yes.
that's exciting.
Yes,
Well,
it was really, really fun.
that's great. And do you, so just getting into your energetic healing practice, do you feel like we all have energetic blocks that need healing?
Yes, I do. Um, yeah, I mean, we have so many energies that are, inherited energies that our bodies have created ourselves. We share energies, we absorb energies from the people close to us, so yeah, we all have negative energies that are really, blocking us, preventing us from achieving goals, preventing us from moving forward, preventing us from, maybe feeling healthy. They're causing, aches and pains and insomnia and, you name it. There's, there are energies they're impacting us, but with energy healing, we can remove those energies that are impacting us, and so we can feel lighter, we can feel healthier, we can attract, whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, a better job, a spouse, better relationships with your family members, whatever it is, you work on those negative energies, releasing those negative energies, and, the quality of your life absolutely can improve.
Yeah, that's exciting. Well, what's your opinion then? Do you feel that we can heal ourselves, or do you feel like we need a practitioner like yourself?
Oh, I love that question. So,
Good.
well,
Because it's a
absolutely.
valid question because, sometimes there's there's a lot of narratives out there that you have the power
Yeah,
to heal yourself. So like what does
yes.
that mean? And, and then how are practitioners helpful for that? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so yeah, absolutely, we can heal ourselves, but sometimes you just need, you need a little bit of education, you need a little bit of encouragement, empowerment to really understand that, yes, I can do it myself. So a practitioner can come into your life, kind of explain to you what is energy healing, how to do it. If that's where you're at. If you're trying to get to a place where you want to do it yourself, then yes, somebody can teach you, coach you, and teach you how to do it. But sometimes you're not there yet. Sometimes like I just need help right now. And you go to a practitioner and they help you until you're kind of like ready to like do it yourself. So yes, absolutely, we can do it ourselves. But it's just kind of knowing to listen to your body, being open to the divine guidance, whatever method you like to use. But yes, sometimes a practitioner just needs to step in and tell you like, yes, you can do this, and this is how you do it. So sometimes you just need, some help a little along the way, and then you're off and you can do it on your own.
Got it. Got it. So sometimes it could mean just getting some guidance, learning some practical tools, and then a
Mhm.
person can do it for themselves if they want, or continue working with you, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. And, some people like to meet weekly, or some people like to meet, once or twice a year, and everyone's different. So everyone is, at a different pace. And I mean, I just encourage, people to, to do research, read books. I'm like, I had to build a library in my house because I just love purchasing books and just being on that constant quest for information and seeing, what's next and what do I need to learn next. So even encouraging, your audience members and my clients too, like there's always great resources so you can continue to learn, and you don't always have to have a practitioner, but then you just know that there's a practitioner available to kind of help you when you're stuck and kind of push you to the next level.
Got it. Got it. And how do you work with your clients, leaders? Can you take us through a session?
Yeah, sure. I mean, well, the sessions are over the phone. I energetically connect to a client. The sessions are 30 minutes, and basically they reach out to me when, they're in need of a session, and they tell me what it is that they are trying to achieve, or maybe some symptoms that they're dealing with. And we go from there. And then so I connect to the client energetically, and I use muscle testing on myself to energy test for the client. And, in that we'll find the energies that are causing the symptoms that they're dealing with, or causing them blockages to achieving, their specific goals, and, their concerns, whatever they're aiming for. And in a 30-minute session, I release as much as I possibly can. And then at some point, the subconscious will say, like, okay, we need to rest. And you go into a period of processing, which lasts maybe 1 to 3 days. And then I usually tell the clients to wait a couple of days before you kind of check in and see kind of like the results of the healing session. Allow yourself to go through the processing period, and then you can kind of check in and see how you feel, a couple of days after the healing.
Got it. Got it. And what methods or modalities do you use to balance energy and alleviate stress?
So the emotion code and body code is my foundation. I'm also certified in soul speak. And that
And what
is
is
just
that?
basically,
Yeah. Okay, good. Explain it.
yeah. So it's listening to the symptoms that your body is giving you, and like, what is your body, what is your soul communicating to you? Because, um, you know, shoulder pain can be communicating burdens that you're holding on to. Digestive system issues can mean that there's something that you're having a hard time digesting, or there's something that you're having a hard time letting go of. So that's something that works so beautifully with the emotion code and body code, which whatever symptoms the clients have, it just offers like a little bit more information. And I really love painting a picture for the clients and helping them to understand why they're not achieving something, or why they're dealing with certain symptoms. I mean, by, looking at, okay, which part of the body is acting up, or you're having a hard time with your spouse or your children. I really love painting a picture. And so much goes back to our childhood, and what we saw or experienced growing up, and how the energies and these beliefs that we absorbed, or we started at a very young age, even the womb, how those experiences are impacting us today. So I love being able to use the muscle testing, explain to the client, like, okay, this all started when you were 1 year old. And, we can, go into a story, and I get a lot of intuitive information in my sessions. And I'll say, your mom experienced, XYZ. And the client will be like, yeah, I mean, I don't remember that, but, my mom would tell me stories. So there's so many things that I can bring awareness to from a session. And then the client begins to understand why they are, suffering the way that they are, or why they can't achieve a certain goal, is because they are holding energy or impacting their reality, right now and today. So I love being able to paint a picture. And so, and they can decide, how do I want to respond? How do I react to the situation, and move forward in a much more productive way, much more positive way.
Yeah, when you were talking about your certification, Soul Speaks, I have this book from Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your
Mhm.
Life.
Oh,
Yeah,
huh.
and the index talks about that. So, um, it's amazing. It's all like coming together, painting a picture of what the body has to say. And,
Mhm.
I do believe in the purpose of pain or the purpose of the disease, and going through that process with a client is so powerful. So it's just truly amazing that you do that. And I think combining multiple modalities is really helpful. So you can get to the source and then you can release it. So you identify it and release it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And like I mentioned, I'm constantly, reading and studying. And it doesn't even have to be a certain modality. It's just information that you can use, and I feel so strongly in, God sending you the messages when you need them, and you get the information. It's like a clue, a breadcrumb. I'm like, oh, I totally needed this information today. This is exactly what I need to work on today, or it's going to give me a piece of information for a client. So, my intuitive muscles have been, getting stronger and stronger over the years. And so, the information I get in sessions is really accurate, very powerful, and it helps the client in so many ways, because our sessions are 30 minutes, so I can provide you with a ton of information in 30 minutes, but there is, how do you move forward? How do you move forward in using that information to make better decisions, to have a better understanding, and just day by day and step by step moving towards your goals. So I think it's I mean, in my personal opinion, the sessions are very, very profound, but everybody has their own opinions.
Yeah, well, I mean, you have that based on what your clients are saying. So
Mhm.
I don't think it's that outrageous. Um, but it's still exciting when you get something right, when you're on the right track, when you can completely heal someone of an ailment that they have going on. I mean, that's truly remarkable, and it's just a wonderful service that you're providing.
Yeah, thank you. No, I mean it's really fantastic. I mean, I know that I was put put here to really, serve others and to help others to feel better and to achieve their goals. And so it's really very, very rewarding to be able to help.
Yeah, and how do you define energy medicine?
I mean, for me, it's really kind of like the way I mentioned it earlier, is getting rid of those negative energies that are holding you back. If you look at the emotion code, it's a chart of 60 different emotions, heartache and guilt and hatred and anger. Um, so it's getting rid of those energies that we're holding on to. We can, obviously the people who we're around the most, I mean, we're probably sharing, you're sharing the most energies with, your family members, your
Mhm.
spouse, and all of these energies are impacting us in some form or fashion. So that energy medicine is releasing these negative energies that are impacting us, so that we can, improve the quality of our life, whether it's physically, mentally, financially, in all ways. The energies are impacting us in all ways. And so using that energy medicine, that energy healing, is to get rid of that baggage that we're holding on to, that emotional baggage.
Hmm. Right. So it's really, how does that help you with your healing? Like
In terms
in terms of like, so this definition of energy medicine, how does that help you heal your clients?
Yeah, so yeah, so those energies are impacting the way that your body functions, the way that you function, the relationships that you have with other people. So the more and more of those negative energies that you release, like everything is functioning better. So whether it's, I like digestive examples, it's like if you're releasing the energies that are impacting your digestive system, you're going to, feel, much better. Your digestive system starts working better. If you're carrying energies that are causing migraine headaches, but you release those energies that are causing the migraine headaches, then you will see an improvement. They might happen less often. They might be less intense. They might stop altogether. It depends on really how many imbalances are causing these symptoms, and you continue to release them, and your symptoms should definitely improve. So that's how the healing happens. You release the energies that are causing the symptoms, and with the goal of getting your symptoms to dissipate or disappear altogether.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, amazing. Well, can you share a success story from one of your clients that experienced transformation through your healing?
Well, you know what? I mean, really everything I am just so excited, no matter how small or how big, the achievement is, because some people might think, setting a boundary, being able to set a boundary, that's, oh, that's not that big of a deal. But for that person who has been a people pleaser their entire life, and they're able to have the strength to set a boundary and say no when they've always said yes, to me, that is enormous. And, someone might be like, oh, well, that's not big of a deal. But first, I have an instance where a client was applying to have a very expensive surgery. And initially the insurance company, denied the surgery. But then there was some healing done. And within, maybe 1 or 2 weeks, the insurance came back around and said, okay, this $200,000 surgery is now approved. So, it depends on everybody's situation. Like, to me, those are huge, no matter how you look at it. I also really love the stories where the clients have been able to get off of prescription medications, something they've been trying to. Of course, they do this, with the help of their doctor. So, it just, they have this goal. They set out, they tell their doctor, okay, like, I only want to be on this prescription medication for only a couple more months. My goal is to get off of this. And using the energy healing and, with the guidance of their doctor, they're able to get off medications, which is always so great.
Yeah, I've been able to do that with a client. I've only done it with one client, to be honest. Anxiety medication, but he was on it for like 20 years and
oh, that's huge.
So yeah, it was, I mean, we worked together for like 3 months. So it was definitely an intentional process, but, I feel like it's so amazing to awaken people to their own natural healing abilities, that they don't, that medicine can actually be causing some of the issues.
Yes.
He was realizing that. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's the situation that I've had with a couple of clients. They're like, okay, this medicine, like, I don't feel good, when I take it. And that's when, okay, the body is sending you signals that it really can't handle this medication anymore. And like, okay, let's look for some other solution. So yeah, I mean, I love people being able to have that awareness and be like, okay, I need to make a change.
Right. It's so healthy. Or if people are taking like one medication because another medication is causing this side effects, and then they have to take this one, and then this one, and then all of a sudden they have like 27. Oh my God. And it's just insane for their liver and kidney. It's just crazy. But so that's incredible. I love those success stories. And especially what you're saying about what might be subtle, like setting a boundary. Maybe they've never set a boundary in their entire life.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so true. I mean, where other people have, more confidence and maybe don't have the same trouble setting boundaries, other people do. And so for someone like that who has always been maybe very timid or have low self-confidence and never having been able to set a boundary, and then they do, I mean, that is enormous for them to be able to change and to be able to say like, no, like I don't want to do that, or no, like this isn't right for me. I need to, make a different decision or whatever it is. Like that is enormous. So, I mean, even things like that, I mean, it's something definitely to celebrate.
Because it's like you're really doing a 180 on their personality and who they are or who they think they
Mhm.
are, like of maybe being a doormat, or I mean,
Yeah.
that's just making a generalization, but
Yeah. Yeah.
people treating them like that, and then
Right.
they are stepping out of that role. And so it's amazing. Well, what sets your approach to healing apart from conventional healing methods or conventional methods?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the beauty of energy healing is that, the sessions are, over the phone, I can meet with, any client all over the world. And even if I'm, working with a client in Houston, I mean, we have all sorts of traffic and just it's so convenient to be able to get really powerful healing from the comfort of your own home. So I think that is a huge, huge plus, and to be able, to make progress towards something, and, just doing it from the comfort of your home is super convenient. And
I can imagine it's like less stress. There's less stress. You don't have to drive and all of that.
exactly.
Yeah, get in traffic. And then once you completed the healing, you could, if they have it in their schedule, take a nap or hydrate
Yeah.
and get what they need. Yeah,
Oh,
energize.
yes. I mean, I have so many memories of getting to appointments, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to leave at a certain time because I need to get there, and I have to, think about how much traffic I might hit. And yeah, getting there was stressful. So, I mean, being able to do these distant healings is so amazing. And I love to be able to offer that. So that is huge. And, and this is non-invasive. It's not painful. So, you can get so much valuable information from a session that helps you to move forward. So, I mean, in so many ways, I think it's such an amazing method and modality in healing and helping people get to where they want to be.
Yes, that's incredible. I was interviewing another practitioner just this week, and she was showing imaging, medical imaging after her healing. So isn't that cool that now there's
Mhm.
research to support? I'm sure you'd find the same with your healing, um,
Yeah.
clearing in the body energies and the muscles and everything.
Oh yes. No, I love that. I mean, I've never been able to do the imaging, but I would love that would be very cool to experience.
Yeah, yeah. I know. I thought that was fascinating. Well, how do you integrate your corporate experience with your work and energy healing?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, I mean, I work with a lot of people who are, leaders, entrepreneurs, um, people who are trying to, open up their own businesses. So being able just to combine all of the years of accounting experience that I have, and just being able to be a sounding board for those people who have ideas, or maybe they're kind of stuck with something. I have a lot of experience that works so beautifully with with the clients that I work with. So I love being able to use that combination of both healing and, to some extent, consulting, and giving that, being a sounding board for leaders and people who are entrepreneurs and trying to move to the next level.
Yeah, that's amazing. I have a corporate background as well. I did ergonomics, and I'm an
Uh-huh.
occupational therapist. So I work with
Okay.
corporations on, wellness and not exactly energy medicine or healing. Uh,
Uh-huh.
but those are just individual leaders, but I do work with businesses on ergonomics too. So I
Perfect.
think it's
Yes.
fun. I think it's fun
Yes.
to do both, so I enjoy it. Um,
That's awesome.
yeah, it's fun. So, what advice would you give to someone who is skeptical about the effectiveness of energy medicine? And I was just talking about research. Now we
Yeah,
can show them the research, right? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
that's
What do you
perfect.
say?
Right. Well, for anyone who is skeptical, but there's still some interest, it really comes down to your beliefs. Like, do you believe that, this modality can help you? If you think like, oh, what is this? This is never going to work, then it won't work for you. So I encourage people
That's
just
a
to
good
be
point.
open.
The belief is a huge component.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It really is. Because, whatever we believe, we, create into our reality. So I would encourage people to be open-minded, especially if, they've been trying to address something or, reach a goal for some time now and it isn't working. That means, you have to try something else. Like there is something else
Yeah.
out there that you are meant to learn. Um, so I encourage people just to have an open mind and try to experience something new if they haven't tried energy healing. And it can be very profound, but if you go into a session thinking, yeah, I don't know, this is not going to work, then it's not going to. So I
Yeah.
encourage that open mind.
Yeah, and I haven't gotten that very much, but I think once people pay, so I do like a free introductory session, and I have always encouraged people not to pay for someone else because I've just felt a difference. Like I feel a
Hmm.
difference in like what you're saying, in the belief, in the commitment,
Uh-huh.
healing themselves when they pay the money. Even though healing, it's a beautiful thing. And maybe some people think, oh, why do you charge for that? I don't know. What do you say
Mhm.
to that?
So why do you charge?
Why
Is
do you
it
charge
that?
for healing?
Yes.
If
Oh,
you're being of
yes.
service.
Okay.
I mean,
Yes.
I got that question the other day. So I'm just curious of your opinion because for me, I'll just tell you, I
Yeah.
feel more of a commitment when someone
Hmm.
pays for their
Yeah.
health and healing.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. They're more committed, but there's also, something that I learned from Dr. Bradley Nelson is an exchange of energy. Um,
Good point.
there has to be an exchange of energy. Now, of course, you can give a complimentary session so that people just understand what it is that they're kind of, getting into. That's perfectly fine, but to continue to give free healing is not recommended because the practitioner is just depleting themselves and they're not getting anything in return. So that's something that's, I mean, because I've done this. I've done,
You're
countless
speaking from
complimentary.
experience.
I
Yeah,
know. I
totally.
mean, to do the complimentary healing is, over and over again, and it's, kind of goes back to maybe that being, taken advantage of, or just I need to give. So
Mhm.
it definitely needs to be an even exchange of
Yeah.
energy,
And that
and
could be the
that way.
boundaries we're talking about too, setting clear
Mhm.
boundaries and having a clear energy exchange.
Yeah, and no one is feeling, resentful or upset, and it's a balance and it's an even exchange. So yeah, it's very important to kind of maintain that.
Yeah, yeah. And just something that I'm doing right now is I'm doing a trade with someone and
Uh-huh.
I've only done one session, so I'm not sure. I'm kind of like
Yeah.
the verdict's still out and I'm not sure. I haven't done one of those in a while, like 5 years. So I'll
Mhm.
just see energetically, I
Yeah.
may not do it again. And I'll just see how I feel. Like you said, if I'm feeling depleted and valued, if it's a good exchange and all of that.
Exactly. Yeah, and I have done that too, and I do appreciate that. And sometimes, it feels right. Sometimes like, oh, maybe, maybe not. And and that's more one of those things where like, just kind of being true to yourself. I'm like, no, maybe that doesn't work right now, but let's, contact me in a couple of weeks or something and let's reconvene or something like that. But yeah, as long as you're feeling it's an even exchange, I think it works very well.
Yeah. Well, how do you envision the future of healthcare, like especially in light of recent events and everything? What do you think is the future?
Yeah, I mean, I'm praying that, we're going to see a lot more energy healing utilized to, to help those in healthcare. I mean, it's really so powerful, and and then I'm not saying to get rid of Western medicine at all, but it can be used like in conjunction with it's such a great way to help people with whatever they're dealing with. And so I'm very, very hopeful that we'll see more and more energy healing, in every way. Yeah, I mean, I just encourage people to just keep asking questions and learning and getting their own healing. And especially, leaders, I mean, the leaders that have the authority to make decisions like that. I mean, experiment. I mean, I'm encouraging those, leaders to get their own healing, to experiment and see what it is for themselves and then implement it into their organizations. I mean, it will change things for the better in so many ways. And so I'm just ready for that to, spread like wildfire.
That's so awesome. I'm so happy that you're doing it. I had a vision of doing it, and here I meet you and you're doing it. Because like I said, I am working with like entrepreneurs, but not like employees or leaders in an organization. I'm doing
Yeah.
their ergonomics. So I'm just so excited that you're doing this and being truly a pioneer, I would say, for healthcare in corporate.
Absolutely. I mean, that is one of my dreams, and I see it. I see it. So I am doing what I can to manifest that.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, I did have another question. What is Zen success to you?
Oh man. I mean, my body just fills up with excitement.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
mean,
awesome.
I mean, to me, I see that as, reaching your dreams, being successful and being able to help really, in energy terms, raising the vibration, but in such a peaceful and loving way. That's the exact image I get, as someone being powerful, living a life filled with joy and happiness, living out their purpose, but it being so peaceful and loving. That's what I see.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. I love that definition. I never heard that one before. Well, it's been
Oh,
such a pleasure connecting with you and just learning more about your practice. And I'll put your website and how to work with you in the show notes. And you can actually sign up for a complimentary session. And so that's incredible. Well, thanks so much for joining me on the Zen Success Show, Monique.
thank you. I appreciate you having me on the show. It was really so much fun and just a pleasure to be your guest. Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. Have a blessed day.
You too. Thank you.
That's it for today's episode of Zen Success. Head on over to iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, or wherever you listen to shows. Subscribe to the show and share with friends. Be sure to head on over to ZenSuccessShow.com to help you on your Zen success journey, and join us on the next episode. May you find your own Zen success in life.